Good day and happy Friday. Welcome to the Gaily News, your daily unfiltered, no-holds-barred dive into the stories the LGBTQ plus community can't afford to miss. I'm your host, Elliot Bright, and today we're coming in hot with 5 stories that range from heartbreaking setbacks in healthcare access to a glimmer of historic possibility on the world stage. Expect medical organizations quietly backpedaling on trans youth care, California hospitals shutting down programs while the state fights back, the widening cracks in pediatric transition guidelines, Brazil's ongoing crisis of trans violence, and a potential first for openly gay leadership in the Netherlands. Buckle up, it's equal parts infuriating, urgent, and cautiously hopeful. Let's get into it. Let's start stateside. Oh, look who's suddenly getting cold feet on actual care. A second major medical organization, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, has partially walked back support for gender-affirming surgeries for minors, recommending they generally be delayed until age 19 due to what they call insufficient evidence on long-term benefits outweighing risks. This follows the AMA's recent policy tweak that doesn't outright ban but adds more scrutiny and age considerations. Trans advocates are calling it a dangerous concession to political pressure that fuels stigma and restricts access when youth need it most. Because nothing says evidence-based like letting culture wars dictate medicine. If these groups keep bending, who's left standing up for trans kids? And now over to California, where the fight to protect trans youth care just got messier. Children's Hospital of Orange County, CHOC, has ended its gender-affirming care program amid looming state lawsuits and federal pressures, cutting off access for trans minors in the region. Meanwhile, Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego announced its Center for Gender-Affirming Care closes effective today, February 6th, leaving families scrambling and advocates raging. California AG Rob Bonta is suing hospitals that drop these services, arguing it's discriminatory and harmful, a clever tactic to shield providers from federal interference. This isn't choice, it's coordinated erasure hitting vulnerable kids hardest in a state that's supposed to be a sanctuary. Wake up, hospitals, lives aren't optional. Meanwhile, the cracks in the so-called transgender orthodoxy are widening, at least according to some opinion pieces and reports buzzing today. Major outlets are highlighting how malpractice suits, shifting guidelines from groups like the AMA and plastic surgeons, and state-level restrictions are forcing a reevaluation of pediatric transition care. Critics say it's long overdue scrutiny. Advocates counter its manufactured doubt, ignoring decades of affirming care evidence and real-world outcomes for trans youth. Either way, the narrative shift is real, and it's chilling. Because when medical bodies hedge, politicians pounce, and trans people pay the price in delayed care, increased mental health strain, and more hostility. Stay sharp out there. This tide could turn fast. Okay, let's get out of the US for a minute or two. Not that it's much better. Over in Brazil, they continue to hold the tragic title of the country with the highest number of trans murders globally. The latest trans murder monitoring report, covering October 2024 to September 2025, recorded 281 trans and gender-diverse killings worldwide, with Brazil accounting for 80 alone, including 77 trans women or female-presenting victims, and 3 trans men or trans-masculine people. That's not a statistic. That's a crisis fueled by systemic violence, discrimination, and lack of protections. Activists are demanding urgent government action, better data tracking, and real safety measures. Brazil, the world is watching and grieving. Enough is enough. Ready for a little good gay news? Me too! Talk about potential history in the making. Dutch politician Rob Jetten could soon become the Netherlands' first openly gay prime minister, and his fiancé, hockey player Nicolás Keenan, just opened up in an exclusive interview about what that milestone would mean for visibility, representation, and the queer community on a national stage. Jetten's leadership could signal massive progress in a country already ahead on LGBTQ+ rights, but it also spotlights the ongoing fight against lingering homophobia and the power of out leaders in high office. If it happens, it'll be a beacon, proof that queer excellence belongs at the top. Fingers crossed, Europe, the Rainblus might just run the show. And that's your Gaily News for today, February 6th, 2026. Timely, fierce, and unapologetically us. Keep fighting, keep loving, keep calling out the nonsense. This is Elliot Bright, and I'll be back tomorrow. Stay fabulous.